Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTT. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the launch of the prevalence surveys at the Minister of Health concerning the fight against COVID-19. For the international scene, 5 countries in Africa with ongoing coronavirus trials. Welcome to our newsroom. Messages of condolence continue in the presidency of the Republic following the death of Ali Ghelle Aboubakar, the President of the Republic. His Excellency Ismail Omar Ghelle continues to receive messages of sympathy and solidarity from regional and continental and international leaders, as well as eminent personalities from around the world, expressing their deepest condolence to the government and the entire nation of Djibouti on the death of Ali Ghelle Aboubakar, the late minister to the presidency in charge of investment. In their expression of support, the senders of this telegram all salute the memory of an enlightened politician who had the gift of putting his interlocutor and partners at ease. Several of them remember the ingenuity and creativity they constantly displayed to contribute to the development and prosperity of his country. Others recall the intelligence of health that invariably characterized him, the source of human charms that led to the constant influx of people from all walks of life, including the most modest around him. For his part, the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Ghelle, expressed his warm thanks to all those who had shown their sympathy to our nations following the death of the late minister. Your expression, he said, of support and compassion is an undeniable sign of your interest in our nations. You can be sure that our country will always count you among its best friends, President Ghelle wrote to each of the recipients. The Minister of Health, Mohamed Warsama Diriye, and the Minister of Interior, Moumin Ahmed Sheikh, visit the hospital to oversee the launch of a survey on the prevalence of COVID-19 pandemic in Djibouti city. Indeed, the two ministers were able to inquire about the various arrangements that are being made to carry out this essential 4-day investigation conducted in collaboration with the National Institute of Statistics of Djibouti. This survey will enable the government to assess the impact of containment on the dynamics of the disease, particularly on the level of community transmission. We are able to follow the team in the neighborhood of Ingela and the neighborhood 4, where the investigators proceeded the nephro and swabs as well as the sputum collections. The survey will cover the entire population. It's over 6 years old in the city of Djibouti, 1,500 households with a total of 7,200 individuals. The results of this survey will enable policymakers to use the factual, epidemiological, and statistical basis in the management of the national response plan against COVID-19. For his part, the Minister of Health, Mohamed Warsama Diriye, has indicated the survey will cover the entire population and over 6 years old in the city of Djibouti, 1,500 households with a total of 7,200 individuals. For his part, the Minister of Interior, Moumin Ahmed Sheikh, has indicated the survey will cover the entire population is over 6 years old in the city of Djibouti, 7,200 individuals. The results of this survey will enable policy makers to use the factual epidemiological statistical basis in the management of the national response plan against COVID-19. The Secretary General of the Minister of Health, Dr. Saleh Banoita Turab, has gave a press briefing on the situations of COVID-19 on 2 May 2020. The situations of COVID-19 look like this: 105 tests performed, 15 COVID-positive cases, 14 cured cases. Even today, the trend of slowing down the spread of COVID-19 is confirmed with the reduced number of confirmed positive cases observed. However, it should be pointed out that the reduced number of tests carried out to date is the consequence of a survey on the prevalence of COVID-19, which is underway in the town of Djibouti, which has mobilized the sampling and laboratory teams. Therefore, expect full cooperation from the population in order to ensure that the survey operations are a success. The data obtained from the survey operations carried out by the Minister of Health in collaboration with the National Institute of Statistics in Djibouti will enable the government to take decisions on the prevalence rate in the general population. Finally, the overall assessment is to be made 13,856 tests were carried out, 1,112 positive cases, 686 cases are confirmed cured, 2 deaths. Stay at home. As part of the activity to fight to COVID-19, the Minister of Muslim Affairs, Culture and Waqf Property organized yesterday Friday's afternoon in Aisha Mosque located in Hodan, in the Ramadan Mosque located in T3 collective iftars followed by invocation sessions to God, the Most High, so that He may cover us with His mercy and protection against this invisible enemy that is coronavirus. The organization is every Friday of this exceptional evening of invocations in certain mosques, the capital and the interior regions constitute for the religious. Many worshippers and ulama, several officials of the Ministry of Muslim Affairs took part in this prayer. The Saudi Arabian Embassy officially launched yesterday afternoon the 9th sessions of a Servant to Holy Places King Salman bin Abdulaziz food distribution project for the year 2020. This charity project is part of the ongoing support our country receives from the government of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz, especially during the blessed month of Ramadan. The launch ceremony of this noble project took place at the mosque of Saudi Embassy. Mr. Lafi Al-Mut'ari, about 500 poor and low-income families benefit from the first phase of the project. We target a total of 1,000 families from the capital and the region of Tajara. The Imam of the mosque and the King Salman, Sheikh Ahmed Yassin Ali, who affirmed in his speech the importance of the project of food. For his part, the ambassador of the Servant Mosque, Abdulaziz bin Abdullah Al-Mat'ar, in his speech stressed that this initiative aims mainly to meet the needs of poor families by providing food support consisting of rice, sugar, flour, oil, and tomatoes. He also expressed his thanks and appreciation to King Salman bin Abdulaziz who launched this initiative about 9 years ago, praised all the facilities offered by the government for the success of this humanitarian project. As part of the activity programs and the blessed message about Abu Ahmed Group distribute 521 food basket to the poorest families in the Momina 1 Karta locality in the region of Arta, to the inhabitants of the Lak Asal villages. Distribution process was supervised by the prefect of Arta's region, Muhammad Sheikh Hassan, in the presence of the president of the regional council, representatives and donors of the NGO Al-Islah. The family benefiting from this humanitarian gesture receives sacks of rice, sugar, and flour, as well as oil, date, and powdered milk. The UGTD has organized yesterday evening and iftar served on the occasion of the Labor Day on the 1st May 2020, which is a symbolic date of a very important anniversary at the headquarters of UGTD. This event was chaired by Secretary General of the UGTD, Mr. Saeed Younis Waberi, and the participant of the UGTD committee. This year, Labor Day has a special characteristic in that our country is going through a health crisis that has been hard felt by the populations and particularly by workers. The Secretary General of the UGTD, Mr. Saeed Younis Waberi, sent his greeting to the Djiboutian workers to his expert for the international scene for 5 African countries with coronavirus trials underway. The African Union African Center for Disease Control described it ongoing trial for COVID-19 as part of the continent's effort to treat vaccinating against the virus. In total, different trials were underway in Egypt, Zambia, Nigeria, Tunisia, and South Africa. The CDC Africa has acknowledged that relatively few treatments are taking place on the continent. African CDC revelations came during a virtual meeting with doctors at the Shanghai hospital. They wrote about the clinical care webinars. This is the Africa CDC Institute to Workforce Development weekly clinical community of practice webinar to build COVID-19 emergency capacity, a virtual community of practice bringing physicians and healthcare providers together over the internet to learn as a community to diagnose, manage, and treat patients with COVID-19. An expert, Dr. Taji Rajuddin, described the trials to date. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us.